Okay, so usually I put my phone right there so it's outside of the middle with that hotspot on, but we're going to do it here. It'll be a little bit slower. Yeah, I got my Jackery battery pack, 290 WH. Got it from Harbor Freight for about almost $400, and a week later they went on sale, and I think you can get them for about $200 now. I got a big 4-in-1 HP printer, that's right. And we got our eBay up. We're going to click purchase shipping label. Shirt. Got my notes right here with my weight and my measurements. I don't want to put this person's address or name on here, so we go to purchase shipping label. Click on that. See, sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but it's worth the wait. Okay. Now it says ship your order. Now this is your most important thing. You have got to make sure this is right. These are the dimensions I put on the ad, so they automatically come up. And then I think, let's see, it's already going to list a price. Ground Advantage. $7.16, and that's for this. So right now we've got it 1 pound 2 ounce, 14, 13, and 3. Okay, so I've got to change these numbers. Now make sure to check these before you click pay, because I had mine flip back to 1 inch by 1 inch, and 1 Foot Flipper was complaining about the same thing. I'm like, is this guy on drugs or what? But it's something that actually happens. I didn't know what he was talking about. It's like, don't ship your packages anymore 1 inch by 1 inch. And I'm like, I never do. But this thing will flip back. So do check it before you hit go. Okay. See right now, I'm going to try to do this without putting this person's address on here. Right now it's saying 716 purchase shipping label. That's the thing you would click. But I've got to change this first. And hopefully we'll get a cheaper rate. So let's see, we've got to go 9 by 10 by 3. So I'm going to click on, oh, no, don't do that. Okay. Just any old way. Any numbers, it doesn't make a difference, just as long as you get all the numbers in. That one here, it's 10. 9 by 10 by 3. Always check it 2 or 3 times just to make sure. 9 by 10 by 3 is what I want to ship it at. Okay. And then we've got to go to, I need 13 ounce weight. I gotta hold this phone while I'm doing this. Okay, it actually weighed in at 11.7 ounces, so I'm gonna ship it at 13, okay? Just to make sure I don't get back billed 41 bucks, because I'm going to do this one through eBay and not through pirate ship. Okay, so it's still showing 716 until I just click somewhere here on the screen. Bam. I'm going to refresh. Let's make sure it's showing the same stuff that I put in. 13 ounce, 9 by 10 by 3. And 609. It's so expensive. Ugh. Okay, now it's going to show you all the different ones. I'm trying to make sure I don't show this person's address. So it has the eBay rate, FedEx, UPS, USPS. Okay, so it's going to show the standard USPS if you paid for it, which is going to be double at the post office in person. Don't even fool with that. You've got to print shipping labels. And if I can print them in a storage unit with a battery pack and a big 4-in-1 printer, I do have a smaller printer. You know, just a plain HP that's not 4-in-1. It wouldn't burn half as much power and all that cool stuff. And I do have fresh ink for it, but I just love my 4-in-1. Until I can afford to get a cool Rolo or something. Hi, how you doing there? Okay, and then here's where you can select other stuff. Okay. Signature delivery confirmation, $3.50 extra. I always do that on anything $50 plus. It's the only way to do it with the eBay, because eBay is so sucky with scammers, and that signature delivery is just the cherry on top. Okay, always $50 plus signature delivery confirmation. Don't fool around. If you want to add extra insurance and stuff, you can. You can click on this to display how much it costs you to ship it. Add a custom text and label. That usually never works. And I'll just leave that there, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. Shipping label format, print the label, or you can use a QR code on your phone. I don't do the QR code because I would have to go to the post office and wait in line and then show my phone to the postman and let him scan it for every package. I'm not playing that game. So, here's the tricky part. I tell people that this is a new thing. They didn't have this years ago. You had to pay for all the stuff out of your pocket, go to the post office in person and all that stuff. Way back on eBay, like we're talking like 2001, 2002. Okay, so it says pay with your funds. I just found this out like 2 weeks ago. I can't believe it. So I leave that on there, and it comes out of what I sold the item for. Otherwise, I could charge it to my PayPal. And the only time you can use PayPal on eBay is if you're buying something, or like you're buying something, buying postage or buying something on eBay, because they don't honor PayPal anymore as a seller. Now, I do know that some international sellers get to still use PayPal for some reason, but we don't if we're in the USA. Born in the USA. So when I'm short of cash, I'll just go ahead and ship it with my funds. That means it's coming out of the sale, not off my card. Okay? And it's supposed to bill me $609. I'm going to push the button here because I've been running the laptop to start it up, get it on the internet and all that stuff, and do this little paperwork stuff on here. And I don't want to use my battery up real fast because it takes a lot to power that printer up. And it'll also charge my laptop here for a minute. I can turn this little light on here. For some reason, that light burns a lot of power, and it's a LED light I got at Walmart. So, this is how you're going to do it. But if you don't have a printer, you may be interested in the QR code thing. I'm not. I do not want to stand in line at the post office. And if you go do this in person at the post office, it's like double the price. So, the printer says, hi, we have just woke up. We are ready to fly. Thank God for HP. Yeah, my favorite flavor. This is HP too. It's a shame that's not HP. And I do have some vlogs about my equipment. So, if you're interested, you can look at it. Okay, it says USPS Ground Advantage buying on eBay. You save $2.51. Oh my gosh. So it's going to say purchase shipping label. Click on this with that little arrow. Go, yup, this is good. And then it's going to dance for a while. I can't show you this person's address. So let's see if we can sneak up on it. So it says download label or print. Well, I don't know much about all that. I'm just going to hit print. It's still going to download it though. And you look up in the corner, and it's going to tell you completed. So I'm going to click on it. Open file, see it? Bam! It'll take A little bit longer, but it's worth the wait. It's going to open this other page, okay? I can't show you that page because the address is going to come up on it in a second. And that would not be polite. Okay, so there. Okay, so there's part of the label. This is a scanning code. And this is a scanning code back here. That's the code you're going to use to scan it at the post office. Now, to go up here on the right, see that little printer right there? Next to my magnifying glass? We're going to click that. Okay? Click the printer. Left clicky. Then we're going to go down here. See the labels there. See it up there in the right corner? Okay, we're going to go over here and hit. Which way did the arrow go? Hello, where's the arrow at? Awesome. Hit print. Good morning to you. Okay. Now, while that's doing that, we're going to go right back up here on that extra page that jumped in with our little shipping label. Here's the little arrow. I'm going to hit print again. Bam. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to scroll this stuff down right here to more settings. Bam. Okay, you got fit printable, actual size, and that. Fit printable means it's a giant label. It's an 8x10, the size of the paper you put in. And then actual size, whatever that's supposed to be. I set mine for 50. I'm going to click this dot, and I'm going to hit print. Okay, and that, see, there's our first label. And there's our second label, because we want a small one to keep our records to confirm that's where we shipped it to, in case somebody goes, like I didn't get it, and maybe I sent it to the wrong label. Always read that label before you take it to the post office and hand it over, because you might have put the wrong thing on there. I had one that had, it was to me, and return address was the person I was supposed to be shipping it to. Okay, so now we'll go back to orders. Click. Now we have to go to solds. It's still counting down. Dun, da, da. Let's go to all orders. Where's my solds? Guess we'll just have to go in here. Come on down. Okay, now. More actions. Okay. More actions. Here's what I want to do. Now you can print packing slip if you want to do all that stuff. View, don't cancel the order. View payment details. Okay. Now. Is that it? I guess it is. Okay. So, I'm going to take it and I'm going to do, oops, I'll go up here. Scroll down here. Print. And then there's the stuff, and I'm printing right here. Print. Okay, that shows how much I paid for shipping. Right there. There's shipping. Here's the order. Bam. Okay, now. Okay, let's see. We got payment details. That's good enough. Okay, so let me take me. Close it out. Just save on power. Bam. Turn this off. So we can save on power. Shut her down. See, I still have lots of battery. Doesn't take long, even though I let this set up before I even bring my battery in and all that, because it takes time for the computer to get on, sort itself out, and all that fun stuff. And we got our paperwork. Now, I'm not going to turn the printer off because I'm going to turn the power off, just like, you know, there was a lightning storm. Still have 67% power. I'm going to push this switch off. And it's all over with. See that? Okay. That way I don't drain my battery. And one time I left it for 2 hours and it was still charging the computer. And this thing was on standby and it like sucked my battery dry. Try not to run them down to 0. It's really bad on them. Just like a car battery. Okay. Now. We got all our papers. Here we go. Whee! Close the computer in case it rains and the storage space. Okay. Now. Alright. So we got all our papers. And then what we'll do, and we got our handy dandy tape machine. I took those shipping labels, paperwork, my notes. Okay. So I got my shipping labels, my paperwork, my notes here. I'll staple it together. Got shipping label here. We're going to cut this out. See, there, bam. Going to cut it out. On the bottom, we're going to write the zip code in big letters and put zip. And then below that, I put the customer's first name and put phone number. And put big numbers of their phone number because they give us their phone number on eBay. And that way the post person can call them and say, I have a package for you. Yeah. So it makes it very nice so that we can make sure they get this package because I don't want to pick. And it works out great. And I'll also, when I have little free gifty things, it's stuff that I'm not going to sell on eBay. It's not going to make me any money. I bought stuff. I bought storage auctions and got like a bag of little toys that were all brand new or something, like 100 of them. What am I going to do with that? You know, I don't want to sell anything for $1 on eBay. So I'll take one of those little toys and put them in a package. If I'm sending a baby item or kids item, you know, I'll stick that little toy in there. If it's an adult, like this is a men's shirt, I imagine a gentleman is buying this. So I put a baseball card in there because I couldn't do crap with baseball cards. And they're from the 80s and 90s. It was a collection I got in a storage auction. And that makes somebody's day. It's stuff you can't do anything with that you got a bunch of. You know, it's just like I used to bring mints to work to dress the girls. And I'd have a big bucket of mints. And the girls love that. The ones, you know, that bought from me. You know, and it just sweetens the deal. So People enjoy stuff like that. You just don't want to send food items unless they've ordered food from you. I did used to sell food on eBay, fresh cooked cakes and things, and I sold them all day long. It was the craziest thing you ever thought about. But otherwise, I wouldn't send any food or treats, edibles with a product. One, you don't want to get on there and damage it in any kind of way. And two, I just don't think it's appropriate. You don't want to take food from a stranger, they say. So I send little gifty items that I can't do anything with. Whether it's like military stickers or something I have a big bulk lot of that is just not, worth any kind of money. I'm not going to do anything with it. I'll throw one in a bag. And they just think that's the coolest, neatest thing. Lipstick samples, in ladies' bags. A bath bomb or something, any kind of stuff like that. They just love stuff like that. Just make sure to put it in a Ziploc bag so it doesn't leak or get on whatever it is you're shipping. They really appreciate it. They really do. So anyway, that's how I ship with no electric and out of a storage unit. That's right. And I'll see you guys in the next one. It's not hard to do. And I use my phone as my Wi-Fi for my computer. I don't have Wi-Fi either. Use the hotspot, straight talk phone. And that's how I do it. See you guys in the next one. I love you. Do something kind for a stranger. All right.